Okay, I think this is working. Yes. Okay, hi everyone. This is Ramona coming back at you for haven't made a video in over a year. I had many cameras and they all broke. Ugh. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about getting bullied by your crush. Now, school for me is many upon many years ago, but I came up against a topic, I seen one of those topics on YouTube, and, I'm like, you know what? That really does happen when you have a crush, somebody's crushing on you, and they can't handle the fact that they can't have you or whatnot, and they will really go berserk, or they just really don't know how to behave around a crush, and they're always looking for attention, you know what I mean, and and how they're trying to get attention from their crush is just insane. Anyway, going back with my memory, back in high school, I used to have a crush on this guy, and he was a senior. I think I was a sophomore at that time. I was a sophomore, he was a senior, and yes, Chris, I think his name was, and I had such a crush on this guy. Oh, green eyes, blonde hair, beautiful, very talented, artistic type. And so we were taking art class together. He was actually a senior, but I think because of overpopulation in the schools, they kind of melded the different grades together. So I had a big crush on this guy, but his best friend had a crush on me. It was kind of funny. It was like that little triangle, the one I was crushing on liked me, but not in that way that I wanted him to like me. But his best friend, Patrick, he was really really falling head over heels for me. Huge crush. And I really didn't know back then that he had a crush on me, because he was really mean. Can I tell you how mean he was? He was horrible. And it's not until many years later that I find out that he did actually have a crush on me. Let me tell you what happened. Okay, so I would, try to, sit next to the guy that I liked, and strike up a conversation, etc. And apparently, Patrick, the one who's my crush bully, the one that's crushing on me / bully, he would smash my fingers between the two desks. Oh, I remember that. I remember another time, it was after class and we were alone. I was staying behind to wash the brushes, paint off the brushes, etc. And he got me up against the wall, and I remember there was a nail sticking out of the cupboard. Very dangerous. I don't know why that was there, but there was a nail sticking out of the cupboard, and I don't think he realized it was there, but he had pushed me against the wall, and I don't even really remember what exactly it was that he was saying, but I do remember that he kind of either hit my head back, or I threw my head back, because he was really in my face. I was really scared, and in doing so, my head came that close to the nail. If I was any closer, I would have had a nail in my head. He would embarrass me in the corridors. I remember he would trip me. He just made my life, he would get his friends to laugh at me, etc., and I think, in that time, when you're in high school, I think it's a time to find your identity, and you're really trying to find your place, find out who you are, etc., your strengths, and tweaking the parts of you that are not so strong, you know what I mean? And it's just really hard to have a bully who's tearing you down, really tearing, he was really tearing me down. He was making me feel that small. And I just remember him making my life a miserable hell. Okay, so high school's over. You know, that school year, at the end of the school year, I guess the seniors, you know, they graduate pretty early, like a month earlier than the rest of the grades. So I'm like, oh, thank God, you know, my crush is gone. But you know what? My bully, the one who liked me, I didn't even think he liked me at that point. But you know what I mean? My bully, like he really, like, I was just really happy that he was gone. I'm like, c'est la vie, goodbye, you know. And I think it was like years later. Now I'm like in my 20s or something, and you know, I see this guy, and I'm like, oh my God, that's the guy who made my life miserable. Oh my God, you know. So I'm like, I knew his face. I knew his face really, really well and good. And we were on the sidewalk, and we were about to pass by each other, and he actually stopped me, and I'm like the old feelings from back in high school, like my heart started racing, and you know, I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so like in my head, I'm like, what does he want? You know, he stopped me, and he was like, he says, you know, do you remember me? And I'm like, yeah, I do remember you. And he was like, can I tell you that I had like the biggest crush on you in high school? And I'm like, really? I go, I just let him have it at that point. I was like, do you know that you made my life a miserable hell back in high school? I would never have thought that you had a crush on me, because I remember you slamming my fingers in the desk, slamming me up against the wall, like laughing at me, you know, in the corridors, tripping me and everything. You know what? No, you have no chance with me. You have absolutely no chance with me, and I can't even believe that you would even approach me. And he was just like, okay, well, you know, he threw his hands up. He was like, wow, all right, that's fine, you know, and he walked away. Kind of gave like a look back over his shoulder at me, and so did I. I looked at him, and I'm like, oh my God. And I remember calling my friends after seeing that, like after I'd like really kind of calmed down from the shock of it, you know. I was like, whoa. I mean, like he was like my attacker, like, you know what I mean? So I know I say, do you know what I mean? I say that a lot. It's a habit, sorry about that. But I just think that it's, you know, people have to really understand, no matter what your age group is, no matter how old you are, you know, you really have to like respect other people, and not like get to that point of overstepping a boundary and making a person feel that uncomfortable or uncomfortable at all. It's not hard to be kind to people. It's not hard to be, I mean, he actually had a crush on me, so that's insane. That's insane that he would hurt me so badly, and in reality, like, he had like this major crush on me. It's crazy. So, you know, for the moms and dads who are watching this, or for the students who are watching this, you know, if there is somebody who says, you know, oh, I really like you, or maybe somebody, you know, if you have like a daughter or a son, or I'm all over the place with this, but if you have a daughter and son, you need to know, like, make sure that nobody's bullying your child in school. Ask questions, you know. And for those who are actually in school, and you have somebody who maybe has approached you and says, you know, hey, I'm really feeling you. You know, I would really like to take you out. You know, maybe we can like meet up. You know, and if you're not feeling that person, if you know, you clearly say nicely, listen, you're a nice guy or you're a nice girl, but I'm really not interested right now. Whatever your reasons are, you know, and they start bullying you, or even if they've never even approached you to tell you that they had a crush on you, and they are harassing you and bugging you, you know, but they, you know, you really need to tell somebody. You need to stop it. Like, you don't have to put up with any of that. You do not have to put up with that. You have the right to live in peace, go to school in peace, you know, and go there and get your education. That's basically what you're there for. Not to get harassed by people. Not to get harassed and torn down. So anytime that ever happens, you know, go speak to a teacher that you really trust, who you think that would, you know, step in and intervene on your side. Or, you know, tell a counselor or tell the principal even that, you know, this is a daily, you know, occurrence where you are just constantly being attacked. And I also want to let you know that just because somebody says that they like you and they treat you really horribly, I mean, that's just not cool. It's not cool. And you really need to stand up for yourself and nip it in the bud before it gets any worse. So I just wanted to, you know, talk about that today. I just thought that was like a really interesting, you know, topic, because people just don't realize that, you know, oh, but he likes me, or oh, she likes me. I don't know why, you know, this person is being mean or cruel to me, but he has a crush on me and I feel bad, or she has a crush on me. I feel really bad of saying something. I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want to hurt her feelings. You know, no, you don't have to put up with any of that. You first tell the person, stop doing what you're doing. Stop it. And if they don't, go tell somebody. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, and I hope that, you know, this video really helps me, helps you guys. So leave your comments if you'd like, and okay, thanks for watching. Bye.